Yo, 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 yo. What's good with it, man? It's the homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Each one teach one. Peace and love, peace and love. Reporting live from the Dogon. Real quick, this is a quick session of Mac Minutes. I made a thumbs up, give me the likes. Thumbs up, give me the likes. I made a post yesterday on Facebook. I said, y'all don't give a damn about teachers. Y'all don't give a damn about education. Some of y'all are just now realizing that your kids aren't shit because of quarantine. And you just are tired of spending your time with them. And you view teachers as glorified babysitters. I guess I ruffled some feathers. Some people thought it was funny. Some people felt like I spoke truth to power. Some people thought I was tripping. That's the gamut. Anyone that knows me knows that I have a heart for educators. I come from a family full of educators. I feel as though education and school is a matter of convenience for a lot of parents, in the sense of they look at teachers as just babysitters. We're in the midst of a global pandemic. This thing has mutated. This pathogen has mutated. And it probably will mutate again at some point. You have people who are anti-vaxxers who are being very obstinate in their stance. Like, they want teachers to go back. They want teachers to be back in the classroom. They're tired of virtual learning. And I understand that this is not an easy time, But, I'm in Atlanta. One of our neighboring counties, Cobb County, they've lost 3 teachers to COVID. And I know the teachers in Chicago, the teachers union in Chicago, they've been raising hell about teachers coming back. I know teachers in DeKalb County, which is a neighboring county, they've also been raising Hades about teachers coming back. Because I think somebody on the picket line, they had a sign that said, "I can't teach from a coffin." I think that's real. And then I saw, I think I saw like some type of, what was it? It was some type of news article online where they were like praising this teacher who has COVID, and she's teaching her students from her hospital bed. No, that's jacked up. I understand, salute to her dedication and all, but I just feel like we don't give teachers much to work with. They're overworked. There is no clocking in and clocking out for teachers. It is a round-the-clock job, and it's year-round. People always want to say, "Oh, well, teachers to get summers off." That those little 3 months don't equate. Those 3 months don't compensate for the things that teachers have to endure throughout the school year. But yeah, like I just really feel like people don't care about teachers. They don't care about education. I feel like we live in a society that is overly entertained and undereducated. I feel like the ethos of America is entertainment, soundbite, soundbite. What's the hottest take? Like we live in like these little short sprints, but we don't think about long-term residual effect of most things. I can't give you, off the top of my head, I can't give you the numbers of literacy rates. But I just don't think we do things. I feel like American culture is largely anti-intellectual. I don't think we foment things that facilitate long-term growth and development on average. Again, anti-intellectual. I think a lot of times we gravitate more towards conjecture and conspiracy theory because it's entertaining. And it's weird because some people, when I actually hear them talk about conspiracy theories, like, it sounds like a movie. It's like M. Night Shyamalan directed. Like, it's a movie. And I think there's a lot of entertainment value in conspiracy theory. Don't get me started on that whole QAnon thing. But yeah, back to the teachers. I live in Atlanta, specifically Southwest Atlanta. There is a precinct on the new Zone 3 precinct that they just built up. On the outside of that precinct, it has it looks like a little mural or something dedicated to like black children. There's a bunch of black children on the side of it. And I'm sitting here thinking, not even a half a mile up the road from where this precinct is, they just closed the school. They just closed the elementary school. You know? So it just, I think we're just faking the funk. I don't think we really care about our children like that. I don't think we really care about education. We especially don't care about teachers. You know? Prove me wrong. Somebody leave something in the comments. Because I think people want to use teachers as like this convenient sacrificial lamb. You know, we got schools that are underfunded. I know when I was teaching, we had to put funds together so some kids could have paper or have pencils, or you know. And I remember the kids couldn't even take the books home because we had an insufficient number of books. So it was like imagine you couldn't even take your book home to study and read. Like that's why I tried to make sure I gave ample time for notes and things of that nature, because I knew they couldn't take the book home to reference it. You know? So it's just sad. It makes me sad. This whole pandemic has exposed the holes in our infrastructure, not only with healthcare, but with education, and it's exposed the the economic disparity, how certain children don't have access to information, due to their living situation. Just so many things have been highlighted and accentuated. Anyone who knows me will tell you I'm an advocate for teachers. Experiencing firsthand the cumbersome things that teachers have to go through, how they have to make magic out of nothing, make something out of nothing. I hate to say it like this, but the children are the product. And you have to, being that the children are the product, the teachers have to show their effectiveness through the students. And a lot of times the things that are being taught are not reinforced at home. There's just a lot of things that are, on the table that aren't necessarily the children's fault. A lot of them do come from, home backgrounds that are like really jacked up and discombobulated. But I always feel like teachers have to bear the brunt of societal failures. And that's not fair. I know someone who teaches in Houston, and I know someone who also teaches in New York, as well as Detroit, and there's such a, as well as Macon, there's a commonality. Like, it's like the onus is always placed on the teacher, and there's more red tape a teacher has to go through to compensate for what the students don't do. Failed. Everything boils down to the family unit and the family structure. If the family unit is jacked up, more than likely, and I'm not saying that there aren't outliers. There are outliers. There are children who are just like magical, that do amazing things. But on average, despite their shortcomings, despite their ecosystem, but on average, the children who come from a culture at home that doesn't really value education, who's more centered around survival, these parents don't even have the time to really inculcate certain values to their children because they're constantly working, they're constantly trying to provide and get it. So I'm sympathetic towards that. I get it. But the way that our country is falling behind in math and science and just literacy. What is the future of this nation going to be like? Because I think we're heavy on entertainment. Heavy on social media, the next wave, the next big thing. But I feel like really just culturally, specifically intellectually, like we're bankrupt. And It's like there are all these moving parts that play to the detriment of teachers, and we're expecting teachers to be Jesus, with no support. And the thing is, like, when you just see how much we live in a criminogenic society, criminogenic meaning a society that has crime as pretty much a centerpiece. School to prison pipeline, prison industrial complex. That's pretty much centered around failure. The powers that be understand there's a correlation between lack of education and crime. That's why they start building certain prisons based off of test scores of failed students. So it's like poverty and crime are big business, but it's also like Aristotle said, poverty and crime are the parents of revolution. So, I don't know. I'm venting. I'm frustrated. I've been triggered just seeing, because I really wonder how many of these children's parents have been to a parent-teacher conference, been to a PTO meeting, have funded schools, have done things that were just very giving unto our school systems. How active have some of you parents been? But you want to open your mouth talking about, these teachers need to go back to school and risk their lives. And on top of that, y'all anti-vaccine. So you're anti-vaccine, you don't want to social distance, you don't want to wear a mask, and you want the teacher to go back to school. I mean, like, just how selfish is that? Again, I am in my feelings right now, because I know the pressure that comes with teaching. I know how that grind, how it weighs on your mind, and to have to deal with that, you're already dealing with that, and then you're dealing with the day-to-day struggle of being an educator, trying to get to the lesson, and then on top of that, you're dealing all this in context of a pandemic. Like this is like a real life American Horror Story, especially for an educator. But I can keep going. It's the homie MACK, music, art, culture, knowledge, reporting live from the Dogon. Each one, teach one, peace and love. Check out the music in the description. Leave a comment, leave your thoughts. Let me know what you're feeling, what you're thinking. Again, I am an advocate for teachers, an advocate of education. I am pro intellectual thought. I am pro science. I am just pro things that move society forward intellectually, with compassion and understanding. But it's the homie MACK signing out from the Dogon. Each one, teach one. Peace and love.